Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome, Swear Nation. This is a Chili Head podcast by the community and for the community, regardless of your spice tolerance. This is the place for you. I'm Brandon Swear, and I'm glad to have y'all here. If this is the first time checking out the show, hey, welcome. Glad to have you here. By all means, we are growing this show right here on YouTube and on Instagram, so continue to add us there and catch the early announcements. But we have a fun show planned for you tonight. We have two sauces on deck, and we have a great guest interview, as well as we have a game scheduled and ready to go. So, hey, let's go ahead and start episode number 31. Hello. All right. So welcome on in and welcome to the show. It is going to be a fun episode here today. And because, summer is here and we are entering it, we have two sauces on deck tonight from two different sauce companies. Both of these are barbecue sauces. So one of them is a South Carolina gold mustard style, and then the other one is going to be more of a traditional barbecue sauce. So we will be diving into that. So we have Stanky Sauce for one of them, and then Fat Dogs on the other. So definitely looking forward to diving into that. And if you are new here, definitely please go ahead and share this out. Allow us to continue to grow this community here, get other like-minded chili heads here, and continue to add to the fun and the flavor that is this game that we have coming up. We have that, as well as we have, fire off the questions. Normally, we have this as the live chat, but as you're catching this tonight, this is going to be a premiere episode, something that we do on occasional one-offs. And with our great guest here tonight, we have Broken Charlie, who is, as all y'all know, from across the pond, and the time difference alone is going to be a bit of a hindrance for him to be able to catch a live show. So this worked out beautifully for this. So, hey, I think that's that. Let's go ahead and start Hot or Not. All right. Welcome into Hot or Not. We have two sauces up here tonight, and those are going to be one of them from Stanky Sauce from the Stanky Brothers. There we go. From Stanky Brothers, this is Stanky Sauce. This is their Florida Sunshine Barbecue Sauce. Man, this is a very nice, sizable bottle. To be specific, it has 12 fluid ounces. So definitely looking forward to diving into this. So we're going to start out here first. If this is your first time checking out Hot or Not, what we do here is I have ditched the 1 to 10 scale. I do a 1 out of 5, 5 different categories. Those categories are heat, aroma, flavor, versatility, and burn. These are barbecue sauces that are from hot sauce companies, but, heat and burn aren't really expected to be super high on these. But, hey, might be caught off guard, so let's find out. Give it a good shake. And get this thing opened. It is not perforated, but that is okay. I do not need perforations for sake of using my knife. So go ahead and get that opened up here. If I could grab where I cut. There we go. User error. Oh, it is perforated. My bad. It's rotated right there. All right. So, talk about the color of the sauce. Beautiful, what you would expect going on as far as your traditional barbecue sauce. It's got a nice consistency, nice flow to it. You're seeing a little specks of pepper going on, but let's dive on in for the aroma. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. We are going to go ahead and use that to jot some stuff down. Let's talk about overall aroma. Right off the bat, you're getting that nice smoky smell going on here. You're getting a very it's not overpowering on the smoky smell either. It's got that very nice sweet undertones, the nice smoky flavors coming through, or aromas coming through. So let's go ahead and jump on into this sauce. Nice pour, nice consistency. Wow. That is an amazing flavor bomb. Salivating like crazy right now. And I will say, you are able to kind of pick up some pepper notes in there. So that's a nice relief to find. So let's go ahead and talk heat. Heat on this. If you are new to eating spicy food, this isn't going to, upset you in any way. You're going to think of this as a nice spicy barbecue sauce that you might find elsewhere, but with a lot better flavor than what you're going to find commercially, or at your mass chains, I should say. So you're getting depth to this overall flavor. You got a nice savory note pairing well with that very subtle but noticeable sweet hint going on there. So overall, let's talk about the burn. Burn if you're or heat if you're a chili head. This is going to be a mild, maybe medium, since we're talking barbecue sauce heat to it. So overall, phenomenal job there, being able to bring in the heat on this sauce. So let me get that jotted down here. And while we have that going, I'm going to go ahead and get some stuff down for the aroma. The aroma, like, once again, super savory. You're picking up that nice sweet heat vibe going on. It's just a touch smoky to kind of let you know, barbecue sauce, but nothing overpowering, nothing just crazy. Flavor, well, let me jot that down as well. Man, I'm digging that flavor. Let's see here. And then versatility. Obviously, this is a barbecue sauce. You're going to lean a lot more towards things that would lend themselves well to a barbecue sauce. But in the realm of barbecue sauces, it's not too sweet. It's not super savory. It's not super smoky. It's going to be a very versatile sauce for any kind of a barbecue mix event that you're going to have. This would be great for a glaze. This would be great for a finishing, a dipping sauce. Like, man, I can see this being very versatile in the realm of barbecue sauces. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that one there as well. And then burn on this one. Overall, you're getting it more on the back of the tongue, more so with this. I feel it just a touch in the throat, nothing super crazy. It might, we'll see what the ingredients are here in a second. I do not like to muddy the waters by knowing what's in these before diving in and reviewing them. So we'll go ahead and jot down burn. Once again, if you are new, it's going to be hot. If you're a brand new chili head, if you are, if you've been in the game, you've been doing this, it's going to be a mild/medium range, just cusp of medium. And it's going to be, an amazing flavor bomb all around. So let's go ahead and jot down burn. And send that on over. And we'll go ahead and get these read off. So while that's getting input, we are going to talk about the ingredients on this. So up first, we have orange juice concentrate. We have water, tomato paste, light brown sugar, and apple cider vinegar, molasses, carrots, datil pepper mash, natural smoke flavors, ancho chili powder, pink Himalayan salt, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and black pepper. So yeah, you're getting a nice, what is that, roughly three pepper, rotation going on here between the datils, the ancho, there we go, and smoked paprika. So, it does have, what does this say? It said natural smoke flavoring. So between the natural smoke flavoring and those smoked paprika. That's where you're getting that nice, very subtle, but very welcoming smoky taste going on here. I'm still salivating. This is a phenomenal barbecue sauce. So on their meter, they have it out of, they have theirs out of 5. They're saying it is on the mild side. It has a half of an indicator. So I think that's pretty fair. If you were to gauge it off of strictly a hot sauce scale itself, I can definitely see that. If you're just basing it off of a barbecue sauce, I could argue that it could be, given at least another full bump and have like 1 or so on that instead of the half. But yeah, so it says feed the adventure and experience a taste of the Sunshine State with this tribute to Florida. Made with citrusy orange and spicy dazzle peppers, this barbecue sauce embodies the essence of Florida barbecue. Perfectly complements seafood or ribs for a truly unique culinary adventure. It's more than just a barbecue sauce, it's stanky sauce. So, all right, let's get this right off here. All right, for heat, we have that coming in at 3.1, aroma at 4, flavor at 4.3, versatility at 4, and burn at 2.9. Once again, heat and burn being factored off of strictly gauging it off of the barbecue sauce standards, if you will, from what I'm viewing this. So for a total swear word rating of 3.48. There we go. That's a very tasty sauce. Highly recommend checking that out. We'll have the links for that down below, as well as don't forget on all Stanky Sauce hot sauces or their barbecue sauce, you can pick it up, type in promo code SWEAR and get 20% off. So definitely check them out after the show. And let's go ahead and jump on over to Fat Dogs. So let me get this new thing typed up. There we go. All right. So for this one, this is Fat Dogs Mustard Bomb, South Carolina style barbecue sauce. I am a sucker for a nice mustard barbecue sauce. I think they look great, taste great, and I'm all about it. I like that tanginess, if you will, that most of them bring. This is also perforated, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it. All right. So great color on this sauce. Looks like it's a little bit thicker than say the other, but nothing wrong with that. Get it nice shake and incorporated, and we are rocking and rolling. Oh wow, the aroma off this, it's amazing. Right there, you're getting the nice mustardy smell right off the bat. You're not really picking up too much in the sense of the peppers coming through, but you're getting that great body. It's not your just straight mustard smell. It's got some complexities to it. So let me do this carefully to not splatter. There we go. Beautiful pour. All right. Once again, good aroma. Love what's going on there. Love the consistency. It's very smooth. It's very fine. You're not getting any bits of anything in this, so you're getting a nice, even spread, if you will. So here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is wild. Right off the bat, very creamy, very savory, very nice. And then you're getting this lovely heat rolling in off of those peppers. Whatever the heat source is going on, it definitely packs a nice punch. It's got the great mustardy taste. It's got just a kiss of a sweetness to it. Overall, you're getting a heck of a punch on this sauce. If you are brand new to eating spicy food, I would not recommend jumping in with this one right off the bat. If you're incorporating it with food, and there's just a little bit mixed in there, you might be good. But if you're a chili head, you're definitely going, and you like mustard-based barbecue sauces, this is a home run for sure. Definitely pick yourself up some Fat Dogs. But let's go ahead and jot some stuff down before I get too sidetracked and want to continue to dive into this bottle. But let's talk heat. Heat right off the bat. It's teetering off of the initial heat of kind of a high, medium, almost on the hot side on that. Once again, that's arguable if you're, been eating that for a while. If you've been eating hot for a while, but maybe not insanely hot, spicy foods, etc., you're going to think that's a screamer. If you are, actively every single day, diving into whatever the hottest stuff you can get your hands on, you're definitely going to see this on that cusp of medium to hot. But man, it packs a nice punch. I can only imagine what that would be like slathered on a sandwich. Yeah, it's gonna be bonkers. Okay, let's dive into this here. So let's go there, and then aroma. Once again, great aroma going on. Nothing too crazy. You get kind of some complexities to the overall mustard smell, but you're getting a lot more of just a subtle sweet note to the mustard, and it's a little bit toned down. Not picking up any of those peppers in the aroma, but nothing wrong with that, because you sure get served them the second that the heat is gone, or the heat food goes in, spoon goes in your mouth. Let's see, flavor, jot that down, and we will get versatility. Once again, keeping versatility in the realm of barbecue sauces, since these are barbecue sauces. I could see this thing being used on anything that would obviously be accustomed for a barbecue sauce to go on. I could also see this going phenomenal on some tacos, and maybe even like a untraditional barbecue pizza would be freaking amazing with that stuff. So let's go ahead and jot that down. And then burn on this one. You are getting a lot more in the back of the throat. You're getting a little bit in the chest. So this is definitely going to be a lot more noticeable. Once again, if you're new, I would just recommend, starting elsewhere. This is going to be more geared towards your chili heads that are, they're wanting to either test their tolerance, or they already have a nice tolerance and they're wanting something that will still give them the heat and not lose any of that flavor. So definitely recommend checking that out if you fall in that category. But let's get that down, and we will send that on over. Now, while that's getting input, let's read off some ingredients. Once again, for Fat Dogs Mustard Bomb South Carolina style barbecue sauce. So ingredients are, where they are, there they are. All right, so prepared mustard. So that consists of distilled vinegar, number 1 grade mustard seeds, salt, paprika, spices, natural flavors, and garlic. So that all is under the prepared mustard. So, all right, so prepared mustard, and then it goes honey, brown sugar, apple cider vinegar, tomato paste, fresh garlic, dark muscovado sugar, and then we have mustard bomb peppers and water. So the mustard bomb peppers that you are having in this sauce here are actually peppers grown by Tom Broom. Tom Broom from Seriously Hot Peppers is the provider of the heat source towards this sauce. And man, it is a great one. I'm loving the heat and the body that it adds to this sauce. Brings it along nice. So, yep. And then there it is on the side of the bottle. Mustard bomb peppers are grown exclusively for Fat Dogs, flavored sriracha by Seriously Hot Peppers. So, phenomenal stuff. We'll have the links for that down below, and you can pick that up as well. But let's go ahead and jump on over to the scoring. So on that one, heat coming in at 3.9, aroma at 3.4, Then we have flavor at 3.9, versatility at 4.2, and burn at 3.9 for a total swear word rating of a 3.86. Man, both of these are phenomenal barbecue sauces, and I can only imagine how my next week or two is going to be, finding dishes and ways to just pair all these up. But hey, let's go ahead and jump on over to the interview. Hey, Charlie, how's it going?
Hi.
Man, I'm glad to have you on here. It's been a long time coming. I know we've been trying to arrange this, off and on for a good bit. And I know it was a little bit of a timing issue, so I'm glad that this all worked out and everything aligned as it should. So, glad to have you here. Your nickname, Broken Charlie, I guess where exactly does that come in from? And I also know that I would assume it comes from a lot of your pod eating competitions, but I guess if you could elaborate on how you got the nickname Broken Charlie.
No, it was before that. It was pretty, because you were saying about like like the UK and everything different. I like the first group that I found on Facebook was Nuke Banner. So yeah, that's where that was kind of like entry point, I guess, and I did a couple of challenges there that, I mean, I had no idea what I was getting into, and like I was expecting to be a lot worse than it was, and so like, people saw me like, oh, who's this newcomer who's like doing a tube of terror with no reaction, and it was basically from stuff like that. Really, it's like I kind of surprised people. I guess I didn't really expect it, but.
Okay.
And then a few people like just said, "Oh, this guy's broken," and it just kind of stuck.
Okay.
So that's where
I
it came from. That was before I did any competitions.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that was even before all that. Now, I mean, some of the stuff that I've seen you consume pod wise, I'm like, it is mind blowing to me. But then again, like I've seen you have a few videos up there where like one you're eating 32 Superhots, and then another is 105, and it's just or 31, and I mean you're just going through it like it's absolutely nothing. So
I wouldn't say like it's nothing, but that is honestly what I have the most fun doing in terms of like challenges and stuff. I always have the most fun when I'm doing like these pods. This is what I enjoy the most. I mean, I don't really get as much chance to do it as I would like because that's the thing. Like our season is quite a bit shorter than yours, so yeah, that's one thing I'm pretty jealous of about Americans. They seem to get pods for like half of the year, and we get like, I'm probably lucky if I can get it for like 3 months maybe.
okay.
So I have to
then
make the most of it when I can, and then like September October time is like I just kind of do it as much as I can basically, and just see what I can do, and yeah.
Okay. So then from a having access to pods, I know you're saying you have the shorter season, if you will. Is it really a demand or supply issue over there? Like, or is it hard to get your hands on a whole bunch of fresh pods over there? What is that like?
I mean, like throughout summer, yeah. I mean, like by like September, October, more people have got them, and it seems like. I mean, I know a few growers and stuff who will sell them occasionally, and when like loads of people have got them, and it's not like early on in the year, then I can get hold of them. So that's why it's like September time usually.
Okay.
But obviously, you got like a lot of people wanting them for like sauce makers and stuff as well, which I completely get. Obviously, we don't have like the climate of like Texas or Florida, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. It's I can assure you the Texas climate these last few days and weeks have been miserable. So I don't think anyone would really want this as their climate at the moment. But yeah, no, it made me chuckle because I was outside walking around the last 2 days, just sweating bullets, which, you know, it's not enjoyable. It's great for everything else to grow outside plant wise, but not great for humans to be outside.
No,
We would kind of melt in that condition. But
I'd agree.
okay, well, all right. So we'll take a step back here. Normally, I like to kind of get an understanding of your entry point, if you will, as a whole to spicy food, kind of early on, because it kind of helps paint that picture. But now's a good time as well. How did you get started into eating spicy food, and what piqued your interest?
Well, it was never like something that my family had, so it was like after I'd first moved out, and I was like 18 or whatever. I was 18, 19, 20. I was like a student, and doing my shopping for myself, and I just kind of randomly picked up some hot sauce in the shop one day and discovered that I liked it, and it kind of became a thing that I always had. And and then a few years after that, there was the place where I was living at the time, there's a shop in town that sold all of these like small batch craft kind of sauces, and I would go there. And I mean, at the first I was just looking for something that was like a lot hotter, because obviously once you had something often enough, it doesn't really seem as hot anymore. So the supermarket sauces weren't really doing anything, so I went there.
Yeah,
And well, yeah, I found stuff that was hotter, but I also found stuff that tasted a lot better.
yeah,
And I just kind of, it was like a thing that I just, it was just a thing. It's like I just something that I liked, and at one point I started trying to grow some chili plants, which did not end well. I'm just not a grower, to be honest. I didn't really have the space for them, but which didn't help. But also, I just kind of in time I kind of discovered that that's not really the part of this that I'm really into anyway. So it's not a big deal. But like looking up like that and like how to go about that, and when I was kind of having trouble with it, that is basically how I found Nuke and the Facebook groups at first. Um,
okay,
but yeah, when I found them, and then I kind of saw people doing all these challenges, and I saw that load of other hot sauce makers, and and I made friends with a lot of people there. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'd seen like food challenges and stuff like years before this, because again, where I was living at the time, it's Leeds in England, which I don't know if you know the guy on YouTube, Beard Meets Food,
uh,
but that's like yes or no.
no, I'm not familiar with them.
No. Well, he's a big YouTuber now, but I mean, like when I was like a student, like years and years ago, is because he's from Leeds as well, so he does like all of these like not like spicy stuff so much, but like big food challenges and like going around restaurants and that. So people had seen his videos, and they'd kind of talked about it, and at one point he did the Tube of Terror, and he got absolutely wrecked, because they say he doesn't really do spicy stuff.
Yeah,
So, and I was like, and someone kind of showed it to me, and I was like, yeah, no chance, I'm not doing that. Look at that, because he was like on the verge of calling the hospital, and I'm like, no, no thanks. And then like a couple of years later, I'm like, okay, what's the big deal?
yeah, yeah,
Which is quite funny, really, but
yeah. Well, it's at the same time, it's that, we mentioned it quite a few times on here, but it's almost as if the tube of terror has become that rite of passage to kind of segue
yeah, I
into,
mean, it's kind of one that everyone knows. I mean, it's obviously not as mainstream and well known as like the chips, but
yeah,
like in terms of like actual, you know, big like more serious challenges, is kind of the one that most people seem to have heard of.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I'd agree with that.
yeah. Well, how was your first experience with that? Like, did it
I
seem
was fine. It
overwhelming
was
at the time, or?
yeah, it was on the yeah, it was on it was like all the challenges I've done. They've pretty much all of them have been on Nuke, like live
Okay,
streamed. So it was on a live stream with that, and I know Katie Prettyman was on it as well. She was doing a challenge as well, and then and then I did this with Reek. I don't know if you know Reek,
Mm-mm.
but anyway, so I did that with him, and I'm like, I just kind of did it like it was not really much, and I think he actually did. I think he actually failed it, which is a surprise. But yeah, anyway, I was fine. It was like everyone else thought it was a bigger deal than I was, and they were all kind of like hyping up and thinking, oh no, this would be bad, and like making me think that like. I mean, going into it, I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. Everyone's saying how bad it was, and then I just kind of didn't really have much trouble with it. To be fair,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how that was.
Okay. Okay. No, no, nothing wrong with that. I know whenever I had I got through them fine. I thought they tasted great. Everything was
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
And then really started to fill my whole face and everything. But that was one of the first times I really felt my whole face and body start to vibrate off that endorphin dump. And it
yeah.
was my eye-opening experience at that time. So,
I can't really. I'm not really sure what the first time I felt that was. I don't know if it was from like. I don't know if it was from like eating like a Reaper pod or something. I don't know because I mean I did that like before I got into all these challenges as well. I mean
okay.
not like multiple pods, but I had eaten like pods like one or two at a time before, so it's not like it was all completely new. But I think it was
Okay.
probably from that.
Yeah, yeah, okay. That makes sense. Now you know, since you mentioned that the growing season's rather short, if you will, do you see yourself oftentimes leaning towards more sauces and powders, or a fun comment here, or tinctures, or other things?
I
What it
mean, like
was?
in terms of like for food, I mean, I always like have hot sauce and powder for on food. I mean,
Okay.
I would always I prefer pods if I could have them all year. I mean, I've got a lot in the freezer which I sometimes use with food and that, or making sauce because I can't really. I mean, you can kind of technically you can defrost them and eat them, but it's pretty gross. So I
Mm,
prefer not to just eat them straight. I just like have a couple with a meal or something, and just kind of mix it all in, and I do that, or they say, or I have, I always have hot sauce because that's still something that I love. Um, but yeah, I mean, I do make my own tink. It's more for the purposes of like if I'm doing a really stupid challenge, it just seems like a thing to help tolerance. That's mostly why I have it. It's not really like my choice way to burn or anything.
okay.
So I've always said it's like the one thing that seems to hit me the hardest as well. So that's kind of why I do it for tolerance.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah, yeah, and obviously I do like all the challenges and stuff occasionally, but um, it's more it's I prefer to do something that's like really stupid less often, rather than like the sort of people who do something every week. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I mean that makes perfect sense. And
Yeah,
while you're going for these, obviously, I would assume you're kind of putting a little bit more of a thought process into what you're doing and why you're doing it and how you're going to do it, than
yeah,
just saying like I have this product and I'm just going to go. I'm gonna go consume it on camera and post it out there. So no, okay, yeah, no, I get it. I mean, and that also is very telling of your overall creativity that I've seen in some of your videos as well, where you've so the burner die, to be specific. I mean, that was a
yeah.
phenomenal shot video, and everything that you did there. Love
Yeah,
the
I mean,
inspiration.
I don't usually put anywhere near that much effort into videos and stuff, but I wanted to do something special for that because I thought the whole concept of it was great, and I just really wanted to kind of like play into it. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
because never better club. They're good friends now, and I just love the creativity that they brought to it, and I just wanted to do something special back. That's why that is how it is, and I had fun with it. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Okay. So, from the competition standpoint, I know you have something coming up in what is it, 20-ish days? at this point?
It's at the end of the month, yeah.
Okay, very nice. So, I guess share with everyone that's watching, a little bit about what that is, and that way they're kind of as well caught up.
Yeah, it's a League of Fire European belt match. Um, so yeah, that's in Windsor in England. So yeah, pretty much it's the same deal as the Americas one. Really, you just get people from all over and have a crazy competition.
Okay. Yeah, and as far as your training regiment to that, I mean, are you doing anything in particular, like very, very specific? There we go, to prepare yourself for that.
I mean, no different really than I would do for like any sort of like big challenge or push that I was really doing. I mean, I handle pods like better than what some people do. So it's not really like, I mean, I know some people who can smash like loads and loads of challenges, like or Tink like yourself, who might not be able to do pods as well. But like, I mean, it's pods is something that I kind of naturally seem to be drawn towards anyway. But yeah, like you said, it's no different than like any other kind of big challenge that I've done. Just kind of burning more, really. Just say I've got pods in my freezer that I use with food, and I use a lot of powder, and then I do a bit of tink like most days or something. That it's just that sort of thing. It's nothing like really strict about it. Just kind of get into a habit of like burning more consistently, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean that makes sense. The okay. So then, once this one at the end of the month is here and comes up and you participate, do you have any other events that you are going to be at and participating in for the rest of this year?
I mean, there might possibly be some other things in summer, but nothing's like set in stone yet. So I don't want to say in case it doesn't really go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just curious to know, and if anyone is going to be watching, listening, whatever, that wants to be able to keep up with it, they know when they're able to catch you.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure like people will know. I mean, if there's something going on, I will tell people about it, and people will find out anyway. But I mean, yeah. I mean, for certain, there's this one at the end of the month, and after that, I'm not entirely sure. So I don't really want to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No worries. The okay. Well, on a more light, fun note, if you will, too. You know, these memes, obviously, amongst the group is always entertaining and fun to see. But I've always been curious to know how and I might be saying it wrong, but is it Lizard Cowboy? Is that what
Yeah.
you're? Okay, so how did Lizard Cowboy come to be?
Yeah, this is like a year ago now, I think. But yeah, like I was saying to you before, like it's like me, Sundance, Matt, and Never Better Club, and pretty much any time we have like a group conversation, it just goes completely chaotic and off the wall. So I don't know how this got started, but we were having one of these like really long-winded, really stupid conversations, and there was some sort of a joke about how funny would it all be if we all like something like how funny would it be if we all like entered a pod competition and pretended we didn't know each other and we were in disguise and we all did stupid accents. It was like really wild and nonsensical, but it kind of I don't know. I mean, and then I just kind of like typed like really kind of jokingly like stereotypical cowboy accent, and then it became like a cowboy, and I was joking about like because like cause I'd just done like a really big challenge, and so I was like, oh, I'm a lizard. That's why I have the tolerance or something, because obviously reptiles and birds, they don't really react, they don't really feel it, and it was just stupid jokes that just kind of stuck. That's what a lot of these memes are. They're just like stupid jokes that someone says once, and then like someone finds it funny, and then it just kind of becomes a thing. And some of them
Yeah.
just kind of stick, and just it's like law now, and they just can't change it. So I'm Lizard Cowboy, and Matt is the number one chili head, and Michael is a vampire.
Yep.
it's a thing now.
Yep. Yep. Well,
It's hard to explain, really. Is yeah.
it's always fun to watch, and I've noticed it a lot to do with the ones that you'll release meme wise, but finding the little Easter eggs in each of these memes, and oftentimes whenever you're creating them, it's really finding the lizard cowboy somewhere within that overall
No,
image.
that's like Sundance as well. A lot of the ones that he does is it's like no matter what it is, it's like you've got to include the lizard at somewhere because it's just the lizard is always there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
Just
it's
funny.
hilarious.
It's a thing.
Yeah, well, because the very first times that I had seen them, I was trying to figure out what the meme was going on, da da da, and then one day it just hit me, and I was like, the lizard's right. I've never noticed the lizard right there, and then I'd be like on another one, I'm like, there he is again. So, yeah, no, the
Yeah,
little Easter eggs
it's
that
fun.
get
We have a
left is
laugh.
great. It's absolutely great.
Yeah, we have a laugh. They're great people.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and y'all are always so active in the chat and having a great time. So once again, it's going to be it'll at least be nice because now I'll be able to jump in the live chat and chat it up with everyone that's watching right now. It's like a Inception thing right here because I'm going to be listening to this later and with everyone else, and I'm talking it right now. So it'll be cool. But yeah, no, okay, so then we've already touched a little bit on the fun nature behind the name, the memes, etc. But yeah, as far as what are some of the things that you like to do outside? Because I know that you've had burn locations on Cap Crew stuff where you're at some pretty interesting areas and stuff. But like, what do you enjoy doing outside of just burning, or is it always like you like the idea of just when you have downtime to eat spicy food?
Um, I don't know really. I mean, see, I don't really feel like I'm a very interesting person. To be fair, I mean, it's kind of normal things. I mean, like I like like video games, I like music. You've seen me go to some places, but I mean, a lot of that is just kind of like when I've been out visiting friends. Maybe it looks kind of interesting to you because it's the UK and or it's like a landmark or something that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess one of the other things that I do that people might find interesting is that like me and my mum especially like we kind of do like work with like rescue cats. So like we just care about animals really. It's like people can find them and try and take them to the shelter and kind of look after them. And I don't really know how to explain it, but you know we help out with animals basically.
Yeah, no, I mean that makes perfect sense, and
But yeah, I mean,
that's
like besides that, it's like I can't really think. It's nothing really noteworthy. I mean, it's like pretty normal stuff. I mean, and then you know, and then obviously you got like the chili side of it, and I sometimes I make my own hot sauces or I make like snacks and stuff and share them with people. I like doing that as well as just the challenge competition stuff. So
okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean it's very clear that between the animal rescue side and what your involvement in the community, your constant pours for positivity out into others and into their actions throughout the community. It's very clear that you have a very large heart in that nature, and no, I mean that's super cool. So appreciate you for that. And but hey, just to be cautious of our time, I did want to go ahead and flip it on over to the game. So let's go ahead and kick it on over to Keep Five, Cut Five. All right. Hey, welcome on in. This is Keep Five, Cut Five. If you're watching for the first time and you're unfamiliar with what this is, it's very simple as it sounds. Broken Charlie is going to have the chance to pick out 5 that he wants to keep and 5 that he wants to cut. And ultimately, this is a very specialized deck of 10, if you will, based on some of Charlie's content that he has directly on YouTube. Some of these are his more popular ones, and then some of these are some that I find interesting. So we'll go ahead and jump on in. And there's no rhyme or reason as to if you have to keep or cut first, but it does work best typically if you oscillate one for one. So do you want to keep or cut first?
Right. I don't mind.
I guess I'll read these off too. So if anyone's watching or listening, so we have the Burn or Die tincture challenge. We have the Phoenix Bar. We have the 105 Carolina Reapers, the Killer Queen Chug by times 13, 32 Brain Strain Peppers. We have the Ragnarok record. And we have the Curse of the Four Horsemen, 31 Superhots and a Chug. And then we have the finishing the Draugr Lollipop, along with the Red Primo Tallies and Hellhammer Gusher. So you can pick and choose which you would like to keep and which you would like to cut, but the game is yours.
Right. What's like the criteria? Is there one or what?
This is your game. You get to pick out whatever you like. So I mean, if you want to rate it off of which ones you enjoyed the most or whatever, like you really define that.
Okay, well, we've got to keep the Reapers.
Okay, keep the Reaper. So what is that, number 3? We're gonna give that one a check mark. Boom. All right. Yeah. There's no. I mean, really, this could be whatever you're wanting to have on there, whether it just be challenges that destroyed you, etc. I mean, you could even have a mixture. There's
we'll cut the pods and the chug.
The pods and the chug.
Number
Okay.
8.
Number 8 is gone. Is there Oh, go ahead.
We've got to keep Ragnarok.
Keep Ragnarok. All right. That is number 6. Yeah, okay.
Got to cut the Primo Tali and Hellhammer.
You're going to keep it or you're going to cut it?
No, cut it.
Cut it? Okay. And was the reason for cutting that one strictly the Hellhammer in the pod, or what was the?
No, it's just it didn't really seem anything particularly special or meaningful, to be honest. That's why.
Okay. That is. Oh, I can't see the full screen on my little monitor over here. There is going to be keeping or cutting. Sorry, number 10. Yeah. The tinctures made this list because of, I know, your love-hate relationship with them. So
yeah, that's probably a good way to describe it. I think we're gonna have to keep the Killer Queen record one.
Okay. So number 4. Boom.
I mean, we're keeping that because it was like one of the first big pushes that I did, and I was really proud of it, and it was something that I kind of really wanted to do, and that's why we're keeping it. On the downside, it did wreck me, and I also did enough of them that I basically, when you have enough of, you have too much of something, and you really put yourself off it.
Yep.
So yeah, I've still kind of got like, if I smell that now, it's like, oh God, no. But you know what I mean?
Yep.
But we've got
PTSD from that.
Keep it because we've got to keep it though, because it's like, it was. I can't really explain. I'm not the best at explaining, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I definitely get you there. And I mean, how long is that still the record for that, or what is the record currently for the Killer Queen?
No,
do you think
it was the record before Jiff did it?
Okay. I mean, I know I've heard from quite a few people. I personally have never tried it. I don't know if that's going to be high on my to-do list, if you will. But I mean, I've always heard that it's.
You would probably think it's like no big deal. You probably do a few of them.
Oh, well, I've always heard that it is a wrecker, if you will.
Yeah, it seems to hit a lot of people like really hard. A lot of people seem to struggle with it, but again, like chugs is like one of the type of challenges that I find a lot easier. I mean, a lot of
Okay.
people don't. A lot of people find them hard, but it's one of the challenges that I've always kind of found relatively easy. So that's why I wanted to do like a really big push with the chug at some point, and that was what that was. And but yeah,
Okay.
okay, we've got to cut something, I guess.
Yep.
Oh,
So you have the Phoenix bar, the brain strains, the burner die, and you have the
we'll
Draugr.
cut. We'll cut the brain strain. I don't
Okay.
want. I mean, look. I mean, again, I like. There's been like so many videos where I've just eaten like 30 odd pods, and it's nothing that's particularly special about that one.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, I saw brain strain and had to throw it on the list, so that's why it made the game here
No,
tonight. But
they're good pods. I do like them.
yeah, they're super tasty, I think, and they
Yeah,
have a very nice heat. Nothing that's going to completely kill you, but great to
I
chow
like
down
them.
on.
Keep. We've got to keep the Four Horsemen. I don't know why you've got a cross on it already, but
Yeah, I kind of confused that just popped up. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. I think it was whenever we were scrolling everything around to see the screen.
yeah.
All right. There we go.
Um, yeah. I guess for like the longest time, that was one of the hardest challenges out there that people really knew about, and well, it kind of was one of the hardest challenges out there, and of course, I did it and then some, and you know,
Very nice.
I'm proud of that.
All right. Well, it looks like
Um,
we have the Draugr, we have Burner Die, and we have the Phoenix left.
what have we got a cut to, or
Yep.
yeah, okay. Hmm. Um, I hate to do this, but we've got to cut burn or die.
Okay. How was that for you? I know with being so far off location, downing all that tink, and then I'm sure having to get yourself out of said location. What did that one hit
I
you
did
pretty
kind of.
fast, or?
Tink always hits me pretty fast. That's the thing. But I kind of, I was like, I just kind of remember like walking back up because it's like it's not easy to get to. You have to go down a really big steep hill, like basically climb down a big steep hill, and it's all really muddy where I was, and so I was like kind of traipsing my way back and to the road, and I'd kind of stopped under this bridge, like I was kind of hunched over, cramping.
Yeah.
And it's not that, I mean, as well. I mean,
Well, you had a
again,
remarkable catch in that same video. Like, I mean, Spider-Man reflexes on
oh
not
god, yeah,
dropping
I
that
forgot about
tink.
that. But I mean, it was really fun to do, and I, you know, never bet a club that are great friends, and I love the thought behind of everything. That's why I don't really like to cut it. But again, garlic flavored tincture. I mean, I get it with the vampires and that, but it was not nice. To be honest, it was really not. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but
Okay. Okay. Well,
so yeah, that's my reasoning for that.
all right. Well, now we only have two left. We have the Phoenix and we have the Draugr. So, what
Oh, this is hard.
you can just pick
Um,
one or the other, and then ultimately it makes it the same. So, or the same outcome.
yeah, I mean, let's keep the Draugr.
Okay.
I do. I mean, I do really like the Phoenix bar as well. I mean, that was like, like a really tasty, decent, decent level challenge. But I mean, all things being equal, I prefer not to eat like half a pound chocolate bar.
Yep.
I mean, I can do it. Why do they have to be like? Why did they have to make chocolate challenges that big? Why?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But
yeah.
I mean,
Part of that
it was
struggle.
tasty, and I did like it, and I would recommend it. But yeah, the Draga one, Yeah, that's a good challenge. It's one that's accessible to pretty much anyone, so that is again part of the reason. Because it's just like a lollipop; they have to kind of suck until
Yep.
whatever. I guess you've seen the Harvest 912 one
Yeah. Yeah.
as well. It's kind of similar to that, really, but and the outer layer kind of starts really mild, and it kind of gets hotter towards the center with this. So it's
Okay.
like, if you not kind of jumping in at the deep end. It's like you kind of go however long you want, and so then you got some people who just kind of do them for hours and hours, like Michael, Never Better Club Michael. A couple of others have as well, but I mean, I always prefer to try and just kind of finish them quickly because that the burn can get pretty intense if you try and do that. I mean, I did it with the Harvest Lolly as well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's a good burn that's not really going to wreck anyone.
Okay.
So yeah, that they're good.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was a fun game of Keep Five, Cut Five. I hope everyone that was watching and playing along, let us know what you thought. Let us know if you would have kept one different or whatnot. But hey, Charlie, it has been so much fun having you on. There's only a few things left to do to wrap up the show. First and foremost, it is going to be a nugget of knowledge for someone that's entering into eating spicy food. I think I want to gear this towards, just what would you share with them regarding their journey in? What is that? What would that nugget be for them?
God, I don't know. That's too generic a question. If
The,
anything
oh,
specific, I can say. I don't know.
okay. Well, I guess what I'll ask, because I know that we've had quite a few that have also had a similar question. So, from the realm of knowing that there's this wide array of different products out there, what would be your recommendation for someone that's wanting to jump in and really start to, see if this is something they want to do? Like, where would you tell that person, like, try this first?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I mean, I got into it from like hot sauce. Really, I mean, that's as good as entry point as any. Probably one that a lot of people would do. So just try and find something that's a bit hotter, and just kind of go from there. That's kind of how I got into it, and I know that's how other people did. And I mean, if you can get hold of some pods, try one or try a little bit of one.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like Superhots, just like habanero or something. So yeah. I mean, if you want to try a challenge, then go for it. But don't I mean, just kind of go into it like just try it. Really, I mean, I don't know. I mean, don't try and do like the absolutely craziest thing ever first. But
Yeah.
some people would try that. But I don't know. I mean, you want to have something that's like good enough to be like a decent burn and actually push you, but not absolutely destroy you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that summarizes it very well. So
Mm.
very well said there. Okay. The next thing being the hot seat nomination. Who are you putting on the hot seat?
Oh, okay. Well, I struggled with this because I think everybody who I thought of has already been nominated. So I'm gonna have to say one of the newer people to this is Andrew Heatcentric. He's only been around for like a few months. I only really noticed him when he was in the Tampa competition,
Okay.
but um, yeah, we've ended up talking quite a lot, and he's become a friend now as well. So he might be interesting. So I couldn't really think of anyone else who
Okay.
hasn't already been on or mentioned. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, there you
Well,
go.
and Andrew, I'll be reaching out to you likely tomorrow, and what we'll do is we'll find a time that works best for you and have you on the show. And now the only thing left really is let everyone know where they can find you, and obviously this will also help out those that are just listening to the audio only version.
Right. So I do have my YouTube channel. You look up Broken Charlie, you'll probably find me. The logo is just like a little picture of a pepper. On Facebook, you can find me. I don't have like a special page, just my normal profile with my name. But if you find nuke chili heads any UK, I'm always there. You can always find me there. It's a great group of people as well. It's not as active as it used to be, and it is UK based, but it is a great group of people, and it's where I first made a lot of friends. So yeah, I'm always there.
All right. Well, hey, we will. It was fun having you on. We will have to have you back on again soon to dive a little bit deeper and possibly play a few games with some others that were honorably mentioned in this episode. So definitely looking forward to having you back on. It was an honor to have you here. And all right, I guess the only thing left now is to close out the show. Hey, I hope everyone had as much fun as I did here tonight. This has been a blast having Charlie on and being able to dive into, him as a competitor, what his thought process is going into it, diving into some of these fun, memes that are floating around, the nicknames, the everything that are kind of just go along with that. And also, the Keep 5, Cut 5, really kind of taking a dive in and getting a better understanding of, some of these selections that he made. Definitely appreciate everyone staying flexible. I know the Tuesday night thing has become a bit of a habit for a lot, and I greatly appreciate that. But I also appreciate y'all being flexible and allowing this opportunity to happen here tonight where we were able to record something with Charlie and share it now with everyone as you're watching it. So, hey, also, we will have links for Stanky Sauce, their barbecue sauce, as well as Fat Dog's mustard barbecue sauce, link down below, as well as, don't forget, Stanky Sauce will have the 20% off discount if you're using promo code SWEAR. So definitely check that out. We'll have links for Charlie as well in the description. If you are looking to grow your brand, start your brand, you hit a roadblock, you don't know how to get past it, definitely highly recommend checking out podvision.io for all your needs. And hey, this has been episode 31, and it is just flying by. I'm having a lot of fun. Hope you all are too. And, I'm Brandon Swear, and this has been everything from the world of hot.